Can you go back to the Google site so I can take a copy of it?
And can I ask you a question about LinkedIn?
Sure.
Because LinkedIn is just a nightmare. If all I do is acting, do I really have to, I mean, in the acting world, does LinkedIn matter at all? Let me start there.
My opinion is no, but some, other people, exposure is exposure, right?
Yeah.
So I personally think that
If you have one, it
if you
needs
have
to
it, it
be.
should represent. If not, then don't have it.
Well, I know, I have the picture, but I mean, there's no way, do I really need to go on every single acting job I do and put it up there? Because it says who you work for. And then,
I don't even do that, and I don't
Okay.
act. I don't put up every company. I don't put up every job. I do too many. I'm working for 4 or 5 companies right now.
If you're going to use that as stepping forward with your social media, yes, but if that's not, and I don't think that's where we get the most jobs. I think Facebook, and I can't tell you enough about my website. People like to go to websites.
so can I close my LinkedIn account? Because maybe that's a better solution if people don't even go there.
Yeah.
I think, why have it if you don't?
Right.
Yeah, I honestly think we should just close. It's just one of those things. It may be out there in residual for a while.
Right, yeah, that's
You know,
true.
The archive will remain and things get cached. But if it's a pain and it's not producing for you, then your efforts could be better served by Snapchat
Right.
or by Instagram
Right.
or...
Better to have the quality items out there than the ones that you don't need because you don't have the good ones.
And by the way, Snapchat isn't what these days is a really smart marketing tool. There used to be kind of this thing about Snapchat, it's quite fun and it's quite right now and people really do enjoy it. And it's a way for an actor to really tell a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the other thing that I find about social media a question I get a lot is which social media should I be on? It almost, in some ways, and maybe you guys will disagree with this, in some ways it doesn't even matter which one, as long as you are strong with that one and you keep it clean and pulled together. So instead of trying to manage 7 different social media sites, pick 2. If you get most people on Twitter and Facebook, pick those. If it's Snapchat and Instagram, but whatever it is, just make it strong.
Or Periscope.
Or Periscope. And yeah.
What is smart to remember about everything is keep it, like we said this, keep it clean, keep it positive, keep it upbeat. Unless you just can't help yourself, this is my own personal, keep all political views out of it. Keep your religious and political views out of it. Don't be controversial in that way unless you just love to have controversy and people following you for the thick skin. But this is your brand, and why alienate anyone? Keep it consistent. If you have a photo here, have a photo there. If you're updating here, and if you have great content, like I think Jasmine said, I just saw this great movie. I loved how Jake Gyllenhaal portrayed this character. Keep it relevant. People will start seeing you as an icon in your own field, and the local people, the local casting people, the agencies, your other fellow actors. I don't know how many times, because of something I've said on social media, I hear from somebody who said, "Oh, you said this about depth of field of photography, 3 years ago," or your 5 T's are looking great, really helped me to have a successful photo shoot, that type of thing. So it's constant. Keep it minimal. If your bandwidth is not huge, it will eat up your life if you let it. It'll take over your life if you let it. And again, having one anchor point for everything. If you can send everyone eventually to what you consider to be your anchor point, whether it be your one particular Facebook or even better, a website, then you'll be able to control where you send people for your brand.
You can log on your site. Your social media can send everybody just to your site.
Or maybe have Facebook as a personal thing and maybe Instagram as mine.
So I use
That's true too.
I use Facebook and Instagram, and I use Instagram purely as my portfolio.
Visuals.
All the visuals, all my work behind the scenes. That is my purest. It's the simplest one to do it that way. And then I post that to my Twitter and my Facebook, so it leads them to my Instagram, and that is the most pure portfolio aside from my website that is out on the net.
Good idea. Thank you.
What if my phone, for some reason, I can't get Facebook in certain areas except for my own home? I don't know why it does that.
That's not typical. So most people will be able to see what's out there. Yeah, that might just be a setting that you've got. Yeah.
We're checking.
It could be your Wi-Fi, it could be your settings, it could be, maybe it's,
Aren't we all?
you turn off Wi-Fi when you're at home and just let your carrier signal be, like right now, the Wi-Fi signal here is really slow for me, so I just turned it off and things went really fast.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
So do you all realize that you're a small business? And that running this like a business, doing your routines of self-care and self-monitoring and internet monitoring, that's all part of your business, your tool belt? Yeah.
Couple things, and then we'll wrap it up, but what Holly just said is so important because you're in an industry or you're thinking about going into an industry that's so much fun, right? Just like anything that's super fun, there's a business side to it. There's the side to it, right? There's the, I'm not hearing, and so knowing that this is not, and I said it very first thing, this is not about who you are, your heart, your soul, your mind, right? This is a business that's very visually oriented. It's a business that's very exciting. And when work happens for you, respect it and appreciate it and do your very best. Get trained. Understand, who here knows what an OTS is? OTS. If you're on a set and someone says this is going to be an OTS, right? It's going to happen in here.
Overnight shoot.
Over the shoulder shot. Shooting over her shoulder to me. It's an OTS.
I didn't know that.
Right?
POV.
Yeah. Who knows what ECU is?
We're actually doing a 3-shot, right?
Right, it's a 3-shot. Right? Know how marks work and know
That's what this tape is.
this is a business that when you understand these things, you'll be so much more successful. No one's going to take you and say, hey, let me show you what to do. And, right, educate yourself, find coaches, find people who really understand this, who are doing it, not 30 years ago, 20 years ago, people who are doing it now, who are in the business, who are understanding the trends,
Watch people.
right? Yes.
I'm not sure if Holly and Jasmine told us what your services are that you're offering.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Instant
Wow.
gratification.
That's why she sits in the front.
She's a plant.
Yeah, so we do have some special offers today that combine all of our services. So you saw my personal offers for photo shoots, but what we also have for people today are these combination packages, and we're calling Basic, Pro, and Premium. And this really does, I'll speak for my part, the photo shoot, right? You get the photo shoot. Because of the photo shoot, you're then getting some really amazing photos, which then you can put on your website that Jasmine and you create together, right? During your photo shoot, Holly's there, pre-shoot and during shoot and post-shoot to make sure that you've got the right image starting from the very beginning conceptually, all through the shoot, and then you have a really great website. And you saw how a parallax single page scroll goes, right? You don't need a bunch of different pages. You need a creative person, Partida creative.
Nicely played.
Yes. And then the next level up are more shoot choices, more looks, consultation.
And a more full consultation to work on your branding.
Right.
Me.
And the last one, by the way, just looking at the screen doesn't charge your credit card, so don't worry.
And for the last one, website-wise, is adding SEO, so that when people search your name, your image, we're SEOing the photos and the images you have up there in the website at a different level, so that they can find it easier.
It's so important to be seen when you're putting your website out there. Things get lost. And if someone's searching you, especially if you have a common name, like I'm not saying your name is common, but Marie Woods, a lot of people have your name, right? So how do we bring that to the top of the searches? That type of thing. And then today, I'm just adding here, what we do here at SLC is more than photography, of course. We're recognized, especially by the agencies in San Francisco, as so needed training for people to understand how to win auditions and to understand the business and how to emote both in a commercial way. Who knows how to slate? Almost everybody here should know how to slate, right? So how you can steal the camera from your competition during a slate and how that works, what to do and what not to do. So I'm going to throw in 4 weeks of commercial acting auditioning skills class if you sign up the next 2 days.
Are those weekly?
They're twice a week.
Okay. Holly, how much do you charge just for makeup and hair?
For makeup and hair for a
For a
headshot?
photo shoot, yeah, for a headshot.
For 1 look, 2 look, 3 look?
Yeah, you got that.
Just for one month.
They just didn't want to.
Usually, oh, well, for 1 look, like 250. Like 250 is a basic starting point,
Also know
but it
female
includes
that needs
wardrobe.
this information.
And all of
doing
those,
something big and it's not wine, I may call you and just say, hey. I
right,
need
and we can talk more about specifics too, because I don't have a flat fee across the board. Things are so different, people, men, women, situations, the type of makeup. So we can talk about specifics for you.
200, 300.
Usually that's the base.
Yeah,
If I'm going somewhere doing hair and makeup and wardrobe consultation. And part of these, my part of these packages is not only on set, but talking to you beforehand or Skyping with you and going through your closet and your makeup drawer and different things like that to really help you do those things I asked you to do before we put it on film.
Question?
Jasmine.
Oh, uh-huh.
So you offer services for marketing?
I-
or
Yeah, I
website?
do website design, content management, and social, which involves social media and website.
Okay, now, and keeping it going, say, if you meet someone like me, who doesn't like to get on and maintain her website, do you offer those services too?
I do, and I'm one of the few people who lists all of my prices on my website.
Okay,
These are the startup packages. This way is much less than what I would normally charge. But I want to,
Yeah, all
I-
of this is
but we're
different thing than
trying
we've
to
gone
get
into.
people to the next level of success, and so we're all trying to pull together a package for you. But you can go on and see my information past that. But anyone I do a website for, and I've done very small websites, I always come and we'll meet somewhere in the middle, and I will show you and walk you through how to use it on the back end. So that regardless if you want to hire somebody else or if you want to do it yourself, you're empowered that way. So, does that answer your question? Okay.
If you think about what goes into creating a website, it's more than just the layout and all the great things that Jasmine was talking about. It's what domain name do you pick? How do you get a domain name? How do you say that? Do you get email with that?
Oh my God.
There's all these things that a lot
You
of
don't
us
know how many nights she's held my hand.
right that we do or don't know how to do. So this is
Through
so
the computer.
valuable.
Well, and hosting, like you can get a
That's
domain
what I was
name,
gonna
but how do you
ask. Who's
host?
your hosting for the
Yeah.
year?
It's all up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but this will set you up for 1 year.
Okay.
Also, I have classes coming up, and I'd like to ask a question of everybody. I have a makeup for actors class coming up. Is anybody interested in a makeup for actors class where you would learn how to do it yourself? And that would include the wardrobe section as well. So, okay, awesome. I've got a series coming up, and that's probably going to be the first one that comes out. So I'll let you know the date soon.
Then you're gonna have a class for hair also.
Oh, can I come
Yeah,
down? This was hard.
Wait till she tells you what she did with that hair. But it's about 10 times more volume today. It looks fantastic.
6 steps, people, 6 steps.
She went to YouTube.
I'm
But
not
yeah,
known
so
for
I'm
my
going to
hair.
be rolling out a number of classes actually, and this one's going to be the first one, which will include.
We even talked about a mother-daughter makeup day kind of thing.
I want to do that.
Right? Wouldn't it be cool?
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Are
Where-
9-year-olds
because
too
I really
young?
feel for the
No.
younger generation.
Olivia and I could come.
Yeah, for sure.
We could do, like, going
getting
out, make,
started right,
make
getting
actors,
started
make
right,
model
feeling
makeup.
good about themselves, and working that way instead of later on thinking that they can cover stuff up with makeup and hide. So it's a confidence thing for them. So that's lots of stuff coming up. We're just starting a whole new thing.
Yes?
Jasmine, my children want to be YouTubers. Whatever that means, I don't have. They
So does my
want
daughter.
them- My daughter wants to be like Roxana for Nerdy Dummies and people who play games over the
Yeah,
internet,
yeah.
tape themselves,
Yeah, yeah.
and they put it on YouTube.
So does this?
It's a big thing. It's a big thing. My
Can you
children
help
have.
with that?
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 9 and my son is 12.
Yeah, that might be a little young for them to be doing that.
I
Sa-
haven't let it.
Safely anyway.
Safely. So my
I'm
daughter is
trying
9.
that.
My daughter's 9, and her best friend's father bought them a green screen so that they can like put on YouTube shows. And nope, Because then people are commenting, and frankly, there's a lot of negative comments. It's very hard for them. It's very hard to take in all that information. You can't argue with people commenting on your YouTube video. It's just kind of out there. So I would just think about it a little.
Yeah, I've been dragging it. I understand and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But how can I give them some alternative?
Want me to-
15. At 15.
Yeah, of course.
So YouTube is here to stay. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it was the huge thing that it is now. So yes, ask kids who is famous to them, it's YouTubers. But TV and film has really gone, you look at these posters from YMCA, the kids don't know who the success stories are. So it's here to stay. The kind of Comic-Con for YouTube was bigger than anything I've ever seen. So it's not going away. Here's the idea. Just like any other good parent, you need to take control of that brand, right? If they want to do a show on something, then you need to be there every step of the way. And like you said, though, as soon as comments start coming, which can be inappropriate, I almost said the word, inappropriate, offensive, degrading, inflammatory, and then completely go off the rails. Because think about this, how many times have you seen the comment section go from okay and nice to basically a flame war, right? So it's like she was saying, we have to, as parents, take control of that brand.
A Facebook page?
I would, well, okay, I'm sorry, my kids have no media whatsoever. They've had no TV, and they can't watch anything I've done, because usually I kill people and stuff like that.
I know.
But I think.
Which is fun.
What a weird problem to have.
Complaining about taking a 2-year-old when they wanted to see an R-rated film, I think this media thing has gone way over.
It is.
So the question isn't, how do you want your kids? They will also be exposed to other people. They will be exposed to everything. So the question is really, what do you want your kids to do? Get them more interested in this. Tons of student film competitions. You don't have to.
That's
put it
actually-
online.
Yeah, and there's a difference between celebrity and performer, an actor, right? Actors have no YouTube, no need for YouTube. They're successful actors. But then there's celebrity, which is what most YouTube stars are. They're some kind of a celebrity. So, ask your child, do you want to really be an actor? Do you want to act? Do you want to model? Do you want to be in the art of acting, the craft of acting? Or do you just want to be some celebrity on YouTube?
So Justin Bieber started out as a YouTube celebrity. Just kind of keep that in your pocket because it's been quite the journey. It was hard. He was really young, and he was put out in front of the entire nation, and I mean, really the world.
He has
The
a
world.
handler now.
Yeah.
I've worked his show the last couple of times he's been here.
And
Now
I
he
don't.
has a handler all the time.
And I don't mean it as a blaming thing. He was so young, and his parents
Yeah.
gave him complete freedom.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of be aware of that, I guess. And make sure their Instagram accounts, everything's private. So this, people have to request to follow them. They can make them private.
So Instagram is more secure
Yeah.
than Facebook? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
I have
welcome.
a question.
And Instagram seems nicer.
About this web, my contacts aren't working. Okay, the
I don't know how to
website.
help you.
I know. About the website, so typically what would be on the website for an actor?
Right. So actually, maybe you can answer that better. What they're looking for.
Definitely photos. If you have an actor's reel, a good actor's reel, let me talk about that. I know it's getting late. An actor's reel is broadcast quality footage of you as a primary actor. You speaking and acting. And it can't be stuff shot on, these little cameras during class. It needs to be broadcast quality. So if you can do a student film, independent film, TV, and you have that footage of you being the primary speaking role, that is part of what goes into your reel. The other thing would be your online resume, yes, bio, quick bio about yourself, and contact information for people who want to contact you and for people who may want to book you. That's basic stuff. Oh, and a blog. So if you have something to say and you want to keep, again, a blog is a great place because as soon as you get a blog posted on your site, you've got a link that you can then put on Facebook and Instagram.
And it pulls people to your
Pulls
website
right back to your site.
because they want to read your blog.
Yes.
Yeah.
updating people, assume you have fans and talk to them as if you are worthy of having a fan, or a bunch of fans, and play that role in a positive, professional way. And keep your resume updated, contact information updated, and but photos, and what Holly said, you don't need 30 photos on your website. Because most people don't have 30 amazing, current, wonderful photos. You need at least 2. One's great, 2, 3 to get the brand out there.
And I actually took off my blog only because I don't have time right now to update it. So if it falls too far behind, it's problematic. So it did look funny. Thank you. Something that I tell people, and I've told Holly this before, is that blogging can be hard. It can be overwhelming to sit down and write. You feel like you're writing an essay for English. None of us liked writing essays. Very few of us liked writing essays. So what I do is I tell people to actually sit down and do maybe 4 at a time, and then just know every Friday you're going to be putting up a new blog post. So that you have it set up, it's all ready to go. You put it in the drafts.
One brilliant day where you just write all your
Yeah, you sit down and focus, and then. Yeah.
This is a great tool to give yourself verbal notes. Remember to blog about blog, right? You record yourself on the voice recorder. That way it's just like any old-fashioned recorder, right? Give yourself because you forget. What was I going to write about again?
Yeah.
Who was that actor? What did I hear?
By the time you're done writing it, like me, it's your what was I saying?
The other thing I have trouble with is scheduling my Facebook posts. They now allow you to, on Facebook, when you go to post, you can press schedule. So it gives you, if you've got an actual page, not just a personal. Does it do it on your personal? Actually, maybe it does.
It does.
Yeah. So, utilize it. It's a free tool. Hardly anybody uses it, but it allows you to announce. It'll make you look much more active. People think I live on Facebook. I don't live on Facebook.
There's some really great tools for Twitter also that if you tweet a lot, you can pre-schedule your tweets to go out and schedule the software that you can download that will send it out when you want it to at a later interval. You can tell the content. So.
Or Hootsuite is another one.
Hootsuite is the great one.
It's online, and you just log into your account and you click which social account you want it to go to and what day, and then it just.
She said just.
Well, because I have.
That's what she says. I know phone calls.
That's why you need a coach.
So when I open up my Hootsuite, there's probably 40 different social media accounts. So I just click the 2 or 3 for that one that I'm doing, and then it schedules those that way.
What was the name of that?
Hootsuite.
Hootsuite, it's free.
H-O-O-T.
You can do 3 accounts for free, and it just does it for you.
We're going to do a follow-up email to everybody,
Yeah.
and we'll have a lot of information that stuff that you have here on the screen and stuff that that's a good one for us to do.
Well, thank you.
Well, we want to thank you again for investing this time today. If you are interested, you don't have to do it right now, but if you want to do it now, that's fine. But how you can go ahead and take advantage of any of these deals is to email, which one, me?
Sure. Does everybody have Steve's email?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
My card's over here also.
Okay.
My cards are here too.
Yeah, we have lots of information over here for you. And what we'll do is, this is typically how it goes, is I'll send you, let me know which package you want, either my own personal or even better, this combination package. And I'll send you a PayPal invoice. You just click on it. You don't need to have PayPal to be able to use it. If you want to pay a different way, we can arrange that over email as well. Okay?
Yes. And we're going to be sending out emails about this, and I'm going to be sending out emails about the next classes and other things you guys can always approach me on social media.
Should I take a picture of this, or are you guys going to send
It'd be
it to us?
great
Because I
if
do
you
have
could-
certain questions, but we already have the
You
website.
can, right. No, you can go ahead and take a picture, but we'll also send it to you in an email as well.
Okay,
Yeah, that's-
because I have
that's a
questions
really
for
good point.
individually for all of you, but before I make a decision on which one, but.
Sure. The email will have all of our contact information also.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good point. If you already have a website, there's another jumping off point of how to bring that home, right?
How to optimize it.
Yeah, because I mean, my website does everything that she mentioned, so I think it's good. But I think I'm going to close my Facebook after, so I'll have to go to my other Facebook. Because I don't know much about blogging.
Don't know much about. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming.